Hello and welcome back to Immigration News and Views. My name is David Nachman and I'm one of the managing partners at the Nachman Fulwani Zimochek Law Group. We have offices in Ridgewood, New Jersey, in Midtown Manhattan. We also have a corresponding office in Canada, and we also have an affiliated office in Mumbai, India. So today what I want to do is give you some practical tips about travel. And that is that, and we often get these questions, and the questions often come at just about the same time as the U.S. Department of State issues, or the Customs and Border Protection issues, travel notifications about being prepared for traveling during high times. So what are high times that you're going to have travel? For example, when are the lines going to be long? Well, one of the things that you need to be aware of if you're a frequent traveler is that you're going to see large numbers of people going to the U.S. consulate for visa stamps about 14 days prior to October 1st, because that's when the H-1B visa stamps are being given at the various U.S. consulates abroad. Now, usually what the U.S. consulates will do is they'll start taking people even before the 14-day period, and the reason why they do that is that they start to try to ease up on the stress or strain that potentially could be put on the workload of the consulate. But it's not a bad idea if you have a feeling that you may have to go to the consulate for something other than an H-1B, to do it at a different time other than that period of time right before October 1st. In fact, if you're in the United States and you've been granted a change of status, rather than to rush back to your home country for that visa stamp right before October 1st, probably not a bad idea to wait until mid-October, maybe mid-November, maybe even wait for the holidays until you travel back to do your consular processing procedure. That way you don't have to place an undue burden of workload on the U.S. consulates abroad. So what other wait times should you be aware of? Well, right now we're in the summer, and one of the high demand visas is the F1 visa. So we have a tremendous number of clients and potential clients who are going to the U.S. consulates for their F1 visa stamps. And also what you want to do is, if you're going and seeking consular processing, leave yourself enough time, because now oftentimes individuals are given 214B denials as a result of an application, or 221G notices which request additional information. So just be sure you leave yourself enough time. Now, with regard to F1 visas, students who are coming into the United States to study on a temporary basis, they usually enter within about 30 days of the beginning of their program. So what you want to do, I think, is if you're planning to visit the consulate, just be aware that you could potentially encounter a 214B issue, you could potentially encounter a 221G issue, and if you do, you just want to have enough time to be able to deal with those issues. How would you deal with those issues? Well, in some cases, you can contact the lawyers, and what the lawyers might do is that they can contact the U.S. consulate and ask for reconsideration of a particular matter, if it's, let's say, a 214B denial, or let's say a lawyer's office can also provide additional documentation to the U.S. consulate on your behalf to overcome a 221G inquiry. So these are types of things that you can do to ensure that you have enough time to be able to get through the consular process, to be able to be in the United States at the time that works well for you. So thanks very much for being with us during this practical pointer about planning. What we oftentimes suggest to our clients is to go online and go to the Customs and Border Protection website. That's www.cbp.gov. Also, you can check out travel.state.gov, and those websites provide updates about travel advisories for frequent travelers who might be attending, who might be heading to the north of the border, south of the border. And what these administrative agencies do is give travelers a heads up as to what times they may be encountering delays. So with that, again, thanks very much for being with us, and we hope that this practical advice is something you'll be able to take with you in the future. Talk to you soon. Bye now.